What's up, yo? This is Paradox. It's been a while since, I've done a video or something like this. But I think it's time, I do something again and start getting these things going again. And also, I got all my technical problems out the way with the equipment. It's a lot of work just getting, these things together, we're especially working by itself. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the recent thing, something I saw recently is that whole video about Oprah and her religion. And I heard about it a while ago, but I never paid no mind. But I'm surprised at the way people are reacting. It's such a, it's such a big thing. And people are saying cult and go to hell and all this type of stuff like that, simply because she's has a different type of faith. You know what I'm saying? But, people, you got to remember and realize she's never put herself out there as a religious icon. You know what I'm saying? She's a media icon. She has TV shows. She has her own network. You know what I'm saying? She started, doing this television from years back. She's never put herself out there as, a religious icon. You know what I'm saying? So, if you had problems with her, you should have done it a long time ago. There's no reason now to wait all of a sudden because she talks about her faith. All of a sudden you want to attack her. If that's the case, you got to attack everybody whose faith is different. And why I say this is because, it's typically coming from church folks. And as church folks, what you do reflects on me too, how people even perceive myself. I might not have anything to do with you or I might not know you, but as a Christian, and once I say that, people tend to refer back to their experiences. And if you notice, most people who don't like Christianity, who don't like, who are anti-Christian, it's usually not a problem with this book here. It's not a problem with the book. It's usually a problem with a person. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying they're doing this in Jesus' name. And that's wrong. You need to get out there and you need to say, well, I'm just doing this. This is my opinion. And say this is your opinion. Don't try to say that this is what God told you to do. And then put all the rest of us now in a bad light. And then when I go out there and talk to people or whatever, I was like, you're Christians, this and that, whatever. So please get yourself together, study the word. It says in Matthew 7:21, not everyone that says Lord, Lord is going to make it into the kingdom of heaven. So don't think just because you say you're Christian and just because, you go to a religious congregation every week, that means you're getting into heaven. You need to check yourself too. You know what I'm saying? And it also says in Matthew 5, Jesus said, shine your light. You know what I'm saying? That men may see your good works and glorify God. If you put a good foot forward, people will be impressed. People will be inspired by you. And then they'll see that it's that association. Your association with God is what makes the difference. But if you put a negative image forward or a negative action, if you go out and you disrespect people and do all that type of stuff, you're never going to reach anyone. You're never going to reach anyone. And you put the rest of us in a bad light. So I'm just saying, all you cats that's claiming you're Christian or whatever, you need to get yourself together. You need to study the word and understand the principle. It's cool. You got a preacher telling you this and that, whatever, and you got your own religious icons telling you this and that, whatever. That's not enough. You got to know the word for yourself. And once you read the word, you realize that yes, Jesus is love. God is love. God is also judgment, but He is love. It's a balance. You know what I'm saying? And there's forgiveness for everybody. There's grace for everybody in this world. You yourself would quote and say, all has fallen, short of the glory of God. All are unclean, all are unrighteous. So you can't now put yourself in a situation where you're above someone else just because they're different from you and they have a different faith or whatever like that. So like I said, my views are different from Oprah's, yeah, but I would approach her differently. I wouldn't attack her, nothing like that. I would, she talks to people. That's what she does for a living. She talks. You see her show probably every day. You know what I'm saying? So why not talk to her? Respectfully disagree and talk. And that's all you got to do. Peace.